Looks like we're going to start it off fast down here today, as we're going to have a bow rider for one of our first boats to come in on approach down here at 79th. And let me know in the comments, would you let somebody do this on your boat? I know they're moving slow, but it doesn't take much to go wrong for things to go wrong with this pretty quickly. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here at 79th Street. A little bit overcast, a little bit windy, gonna make for an interesting day for sure. So, of course, our crew is gonna come in on approach on the dock. On the same side, our girl's hanging off the bow. Hopefully she's wise enough to move off the bow now, as we definitely don't want any limbs between the boat and the dock. So they're backing up a little bit, trying to set up the approach. This is an interesting one with the mat on top of the tower. It's better than being on the side of the vessel or the stern. It's at least out of the way, so I'll admit that I like it better than most of the ways we see these guys carry these mats around here. So our girl's staying in the bow for the moment as our crew tries to get ready. And it looks like we got some lines on the ready, and they're definitely appearing like they're going port side, which is the same side she's on. And she doesn't appear to be in any rush to try and move. So they're trying to set it up, and now we're going to turn bow in. All right, she's got to move, guys. And there we go. Thankfully, she does move as she realizes now that that's not the spot she wants to be in. So Cap's going to turn hard port on this one, coming with a heavy bow in on the dock. And he's kind of missing on this one, struggling to get the boat over there. It's kind of one of those funky days today. The wind's been swirling all over the place down here. It doesn't really look like it much with the trees in the background, but it's definitely, you can tell it's overcast. We've had a bunch of storms roll through, so it's kind of all over the place today. But it looks like our guy's about to get them on, and they should be good to roll here. So this one's an interesting one. This is a Sea Ray Sun deck. I can't tell. Let me know in the comments on this one as well. This tower looks like it's been forcibly removed. I could be 100% wrong. It may just come down and come apart, but it doesn't quite look like that to me. And I know they can be lowered, but I've never seen one that actually was able to be just taken off completely. Typically, even in transport, I see them on, and they're just lowered. But let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this one. But that is just a strange one to me, and it is definitely the first Sea Ray I've ever seen with that tower just gone. And the weather is starting to turn on us here. And we've got one of our jet cars coming in, but you can tell the wind is kicking up, the rain is starting to come down, and our crew is going to try and get on the dock before the rain and storm hopefully comes in. So, I mean, maybe not. He's going to go straight up the ramp. That's funny. I don't know why they don't just go to a dock. I mean, if you go to the dock, you can tie it off, go run and grab your car. By putting this on the ramp, though, somebody's going to have to stay with it and hold it there the whole time. But it looks like that's the path we're going to choose. Let's just run this thing right up on the concrete. So Cap, I mean, yeah, this is, wow. That's going to be a tough get off right there as well. And there we go. He's hanging off the side. Man, again, the dock would have been so much easier. But now what are you going to do with it? I mean, at this point, it's raining. You and your passenger are both getting soaked. And you can't even really leave to go get the trailer because you don't have it tied up to anything. I just sometimes, man, and down here at 79th, people are just notorious for it. I mean, we see skis and boats drifting all the time where people just roll up, no lines, leave, go get a trailer, and the next thing we know, their boat or their jet ski's back over here by us, and somebody's having to dive in and swim and get it. The girl in the car is taking this pretty well as she's getting completely drenched. It appears, at least right now, she's got a smile on her face. And she's telling the guy the same thing that I keep screaming, like, hey, push me to the dock. And it looks like somebody in the green shirts ran over the dock to possibly catch a line. But I don't think she has any lines. And now the guy's gonna pull her away from the dock. So she grabs some sort of strap and was gonna toss it, but the guy who was captaining the car has decided he's gonna pull the car back away from the dock. Obviously, he doesn't want to scratch this thing at all on the dock for some reason. And she doesn't look quite as happy now as she did before, because now she's kind of like pointing her finger like, go get the truck. And our guy left the dock, and that's where he's going now, is to go get the truck and trailer. But yeah, that smile, it appears, is now gone. As her phone and probably anything else she brought with her is getting absolutely soaked on this thing. And here we go, the thing winds up smacking against the back of the dock anyway. Should have just went there in the first place. And it's been one of those boating days down here, as this crew was the crew with the Sea Ray, again with the missing tower. But as soon as they left to go out and start their day out on the water, they wound up having to come right back in due to this rain. And they're trying to get it on the dock now. I'm assuming this is a charter of some kind. Just guessing though. And they're able, it looks like, to get it back on the dock. Again, let me know in the comments, though, because I'm still curious about this tower, as I still think it was, something went wrong somewhere. So the Ram's been fairly steady busy for us down here, and that's because, as you can see, this rain has not let up, which means everybody's kind of coming back in. All the crews that were out there hanging out, having a good time out at the sandbar, had to work their way back and start putting some of these boats away. So our crew's coming in on the dock right here, and you can definitely tell by the trees in the background, the wind has picked up, giving some of these boaters a little bit of fits. As you can see, they kind of hit the dock a little hard as they were coming in there. But again, it's always kind of a miserable time when you get caught in this situation. The people who are on the boat wind up miserable. You're going to wind up getting in your car completely soaked no matter what you do. And then you're going to have things like this where a car will come chase you down on the water. Here's another one of those jet cars on the loose, coming after this boat, and our captain's going to come over here, and it looks like he's going to try and kick this thing off to keep it away from his vessel. But man, these things down at 79th, we are seeing them more and more as we're down here. I'm assuming this is a rental thing, but this crew should be good to go. And speaking of good to go, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.